I recognize Ranking Member Markey for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Chair, very much. And as I said in the opening, Senator Coons and Senator Ernst's Manufacturing Act is one step forward, but as I also pointed out, President Trump's policies are 4 steps backwards for manufacturers at the same time, which is still hurting our economy. And as I mentioned in my opening, Trump's SBA new severe citizenship verification requirements are cutting off small business access to capital. These requirements specifically bar small businesses with any amount of foreign investment or ownership through individuals lawfully in the United States of America, including DACA recipients and refugees from receiving a loan. Now, to qualify for an SBA loan, small businesses must be 100% owned by U.S. citizens, nationals, or green card holders. Not even 1% can be owned by someone with a different legal immigration status. Let's just say your father from Brazil. 1%. You're out. Mr. Raccio and Ms. Kennedy, I'm concerned about the chilling effects that these requirements will have on entrepreneurs looking for an SBA loan. Can you expand on how U.S. small businesses and local communities are hurt by these new requirements? Mr. Raccio.
Thank you for that question, Senator Markey. It has been challenging for many small businesses. As I alluded to in my testimony, we did have the Brazilian family that was unable to obtain a loan. We also had a more recent example in your home state of Massachusetts with a 80% American citizen, a 10% 2-year green card holder, as well as someone on a work visa owning the other 10%. That project was not able to move forward based on that ownership, so that was difficult. While we won't be able to completely quantify who is not applying, we are confident that we are seeing businesses not applying due to the lack of 100% ownership of a U.S. citizen or lawful permanent resident. We would urge the committee to return to the previous rules that allowed 51% ownership.
Right. And 30% of all companies in Massachusetts are started by immigrants. So that's a story across the whole country, too, so it gets complicated. Ms. Kennedy.
Senator Markey, we, too, that matter regarding 100% citizenship, especially in the state of California, has been significant. And one of the examples that I included in my written testimony was a returning SBA 504 customer that we had served, a local winery, really a beautiful business, family-owned business in the community. And they have a partner that is a 30% owner that is a Canadian native, a Canadian citizen. And when that first loan was done, we were able to serve that business because it's majority owned and controlled by a U.S. citizen. When they came back to us, we were not able to serve that business because of the new citizenship rule. And I agree with my colleague that if we rolled back to the requirements in the SOP that were pre this change, we would be able to serve locally owned, majority owned, and controlled U.S. citizens who are creating jobs here in America.
Okay, thank you. So small businesses are required to use the loans to accomplish certain goals, including to reduce energy consumption, increase the use of sustainable designs that reduce greenhouse gas emissions and use renewable energy. These energy goals were passed on a bipartisan basis, signed into law by President Bush in 2007. I know because I stood over his shoulder when he signed it, because I was the Democratic author of the bill. So, Mr. Raccio, can you explain how loans used to meet the clean energy goals have helped small businesses and their communities?
Absolutely. Thank you, Senator Markey, for that question. We have had a lot of good success stories. One, as I mentioned earlier in testimony, was Tinsboro Sport that was able to do multiple projects utilizing renewable energy. As a matter of fact, they've had such success with the solar project they've done, they're able to feed electricity back to the grid. So it's been a very nice project where they're able to provide other small businesses energy at peak times, all while creating jobs and growing their own business by being able to sell some of this energy back. We also see many hotels that are doing this as well. They've got large flat rooftops. They are traditionally capped at the traditional 504 loan amount. So by utilizing a renewable energy project, they're able to put solar panels on the roof, save themselves energy usage, and also move forward and obtain the financing that they're looking for. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Renfro. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Ranking Member Markey.